In today's video, we're going to be looking at the differences and new features compared to Windows 10 and Windows 11. Now, the first thing we need to do, obviously, is finish setting up Windows 11, and after that, then we're basically all set to go. So I'm going to get back to you guys when this is done. So, update, Windows 11 is going to take forever, so this might take a while. Okay, now that we got Windows 10 and Windows 11, let's get started. So, the first thing is a very small difference, but it's there. It's that the taskbar in Windows 11 is a little bit taller. It's very non-noticeable, but it is there. The next big difference is the start menus. So, if I open it up here in Windows 10 and here in Windows 11, as you see, the start menu went through a very big redesign, as you see here. Everything is more modern and rounded and just looks better in general. So there we go. And the Windows icon has also gone through a little bit of a redesign. If we run WinVer on Windows 10 here, and then we run WinVer on Windows 11 here, as you see here, the Windows logos look a lot different. It's not that noticeable, but it's pretty noticeable now that I think of it. So there we go. Every icon also got a redesign. As you see here, we have File Explorer has a redesigned icon, and the Recycle Bin has a redesigned icon. It's, once again, not super, interesting, but it's there. The next thing is the Copilot integration via Microsoft Edge in Windows 11. Now, Windows 10 eventually got this, as you see here. This copy of Windows 11 doesn't have the newer Edge yet, but if it updates, it'll be there. But as you see here, this is completely different than Windows 10's Microsoft Edge. This is, actually, for a more better example, this is Windows 10's Microsoft Edge, I guess, because it doesn't have the Copilot, and this is Windows 11's here on Windows 10 for some reason. But yeah, as you see, there's a few differences, but not too many. The next thing is the minimized windows. Windows 11, this might not show because it's a VM, and I don't have drivers, but say my main PC here, if I bring over this File Explorer window, everything has rounded corners instead of the square corners, just like Windows 10, as you see here. It's a small redesign, but it is there. The next thing is the File Explorers. They had some updates, as you see here. For one, a ton of sections are redesigned. Like, instead of quick access here, like Windows 7 and 8, we have Home here, and then Gallery, and then OneDrive going down to here. Compared to Windows 10, it just goes from quick access, and if you drop it down, you know, it just gets rid of all these, and then you have the separate OneDrive section. And then you have this PC where if you do that, it has 3D objects. Now, if we undo this PC, it doesn't show these folders anymore. What it does is it just shows local disk and DVD drives, which in this case, this is just the Windows 11 setup files. And as you see here, the Explorers have gotten a redesign. Instead of this, the ribbon UI in Windows 10, we got a whole new UI that kind of reminds me of Windows 7's Arrow interface in a way, just without the transparency, of course. Now, the next thing is Control Panel. Now, Control Panel got a huge update. As you see here, basically compared to Windows 10's Control Panel, it looks way, way different if I go into Control Panel here. As you see here, Windows 10 has all the old icons, while this has all the new ones. And if you go into certain sections, compared to Windows 10, as you see, a lot of things are, like, let's see if I can find one. Let's see, maybe, hardware and sound might have different options. No, there's places around. Maybe Windows Security might be that. No, I don't see anything. Well, Maybe it's because this is the latest version of Windows 10. They probably removed stuff, but more things are going to want you to move over to the new settings app compared to using legacy control panel. Like if you click on personalize in Windows 10, instead of bringing you to control panel, now it brings you to the settings window. Now let's talk about settings here. So settings got a huge redesign in both versions. So Windows 10 settings is more capitalized and just it has flatter icons compared to Windows 11 where everything has a sidebar program now, which I find interesting because I just think that's weird for a Windows platform to have a sidebar. And also everything is going to be focused on, activation mostly, like the personalization stuff. And now we get into the big part, the themes. So, compared to Windows 10, from what I remember, you could not even change your theme. Okay, maybe you can. Yeah, you can't even change your theme, I don't think. Oh, you can. So as you see, we have 4 themes in Windows 10, and we have 6 themes over here, including light mode, dark mode, Windows Spotlight, glow, captured motion, and sunrise, compared to Windows, Windows Light, Windows 10, and flowers for Windows 10. Now let's talk about the backgrounds. So Windows 10 has the old background, obviously, the one we're probably most familiar with. Can this set back to light, please? There. So Windows 10 has the more iconic hero background, if that's what it's called. I don't know. That's what people are calling it. Compared to this bloom of some sort on Windows 11, it's kind of underwhelming, but I like the bloom compared to my main PC's background. Let's see here. The next thing is the notification center. So let me just expand that so all the stuff is here. So this is completely gone in Windows 11 for a notification area. As you see here, there it is. And all the Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and stuff is all in this menu compared to being their own dedicated menus on Windows 10, of course, as you see here. Now let's talk about some of the apps here. So let's do clock, for example. Wow, of course it needs an update. Thanks, Microsoft. So the clocks are pretty much the same on Windows 10 and 11 nowadays. So this is kind of a bad example now that I think of it. Let's see here. There's gotta be an app that changed a ton. Oh, wait, Paint. That's right. Paint got a whole new thing. So a lot of the Windows legacy apps are getting updates in Windows 11, like Paint. As you see here, Paint looks completely different compared to Windows 10, which has the more Windows 7-esque look to it. Windows 8, but it added Paint 3D stuff. Speaking of Windows apps, they removed the clone apps, so we got a new, fully updated media player, if I can spell right. As you see here, we got Windows Media Player here and Windows Media Player Legacy. And if we go down here, as you see, we got the new one. But if we just search Media Player here, as you see here, we got this older one here. So if we open both of them, it looks like they're all updated now, because this is the latest version of Windows 10. But as you see here, they're just about the same. Now, the big thing with Windows 11 and Windows 10 are the taskbars. Now, Windows 11 has this little section here for widgets where it will show news info compared to clicking on here and, there's a way to get the widgets. I think it's here. Yeah, right here. This is the old widgets interface. On Windows 10, it obviously won't do anything because you need to sign in to do anything with it, but it's there. It's a redesign. Now, this menu can also be activated using the Windows W shortcut on Windows 11. If I press Windows W here, as you see here, it'll open up, and I think it's the same on Windows 10 here. No, it's not on Windows 10. So, yeah, as you see here, now it's loading. And as you see here, this is this doesn't require you to sign in, actually. I never knew this for Windows 10. I thought it got the Windows 11 update thing. So, yeah, that's that. So, upsetting news for some people who liked this. The detailed clock that showed seconds is now gone, no matter what you do. If I expand this, as you see, the calendar is kind of separate and does not show the time at all. As you see, everything's more separate. Now, if you put each device into a tablet, which I can't show with VMware, so Windows 10 allows you to use the same kind of interface as Windows 11, where it kind of just spreads the icons out a little bit and shrinks the search bar. Or you can have Windows 10 use tablet mode instead, which I can actually show what tablet mode looks like, because Windows 11 and Windows 10 without tablet mode just look about the same. Wow, I can't even show tablet mode anymore. That's cool. I was, but I can't, so that's kind of unfortunate, to be honest. Now, if I had my Surface Pro 4, I would just record a video of me doing it on that, but sadly, I don't have that thing anymore, and also that thing isn't Windows 11 compatible, so it kind of sucks, to be honest. Now, the big changes are obviously the system sounds. Now, each Windows version gets their own unique sounds, obviously. I mean, you saw Windows 10 barely even had difference, though, compared to Windows 8. Like, they sounded almost the same, except Windows 10 just had different, like, themes played, I guess I can say. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to play an example of each theme, or not theme, but each of the system sounds, so you guys can see the difference, because it's actually a very big difference comparing the two. So, just, how about you take a listen here. And there's the differences. So dark mode also has a more echoed theme to it. I'm going to give an example of that as well, just so you guys can see what I mean between Windows 11 and Windows 11's dark mode. As you see, keep those sounds that I just put in my mind, because if I set it to dark mode, you're going to see a big difference here. Now there's our examples. So yeah, that's basically all the main differences I know of. I'm going to shut down these VMs now. And yeah, that's the end of this comparison video of Windows 10 and Windows 11. I hope you guys enjoyed that video, and like, comment, subscribe.